Hey, it says we're live, Nancy. Do you feel live?
I feel very alive, but that could be because I had a double shot of espresso this morning.
And Seattle espresso. That's strong stuff.
Yeah, baby.
So what's the Agora looking like this week?
Well, it's been fun to follow on the conversations in the Agora this week because the question was, how is your triad going? And for those listening for the first time, the triads are the set of three professors working together to do their implementations. Because I know sometimes we have some of our non-UdG Agora friends watching the hangout. And for
Nancy,
me, yeah, stop.
dial back the coffee.
Okay, we're done.
I just like teasing you, but yeah.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about the triad work. We're going to have Roger joining us. They're getting a projector set up right now because I think he's in his classroom with his students. So Alan and I thought we'd spend the first few minutes just reflecting on what we've seen in the triad conversation on Dilo, our online space. And Alan had asked me, and I've been following closely this week because I'm going to be on the road next week. And it's really interesting because some of the triads that you guys have, slowing down, Nancy, are you're doing things together. Your implementations, you're doing similar implementations. So you're learning the things together. And then some of you are really diverse and you're reflecting on your different experiences. But the theme I read through all the postings on Dilo is how supportive these triads, these triadas, are to make you feel like you've got a equipe, a team, and you're being successful together. And one of the questions that I wonder about, in fact, I think I posted it, is when we as teachers feel supported, does that influence our teaching so that our students feel supported, that we're in, real relationship with them? And as I, see some of the products and the tweets, and, some of you are even farther enough along where you're getting some student feedback, my perception, this is not fact, this is my perception from a distance, is that the engagement of the triads is very supportive of your engagement with your students. And this will be something I'll be curious to ask Roger. That's my hypothesis. So if you want to tweet what your experience is about being, is being engaged with your triada helping you being engaged with your estudiantes. Okay, por favor. ¿Se pueden tuitear? What about you, Alan?
Se puede. I want to say hello to the two people who are watching right now. We love you both. Also, we're somewhere, we're pretty much in the middle portion of the online phase. For some people, they may still be trying to figure out what they're going to do. So we hope you do not worry or panic. Last year, some people really did their implementation in November, and that's fine too. So there is a lot of time for you to develop and implement your idea. And that is especially where the triad will be very helpful because that will be your support group. Dilo will continue to be open for as long as I have my finger on the internet. So that is also a place, and it's been rewarding to see the rich interaction this year in Dilo. And so it's not for everybody, and that's okay too. So part of the Agora is finding the best mode of doing this work that works for you, which may be meeting your triad for coffee. It may be
or chocolate,
as long as you're not diabetic. It may
sugar-free.
it may be using email and WhatsApp to communicate. So just whatever you can do to not try to figure this out alone. That's the way we go about the Agora. I do also have to say it's always fun because some of the professors, when they have their students do their work, they have them tweet their stuff to us, and I get this stream of pictures of cells and buildings and bugs and lakes and people, and I have almost no idea what they're doing, but just that bubbling of activity. And I think I put this in Dilo. There's a guy named Dan Meyer, who does a lot of work in teaching math, and he had this great post about teaching online, keeping I think he called it an effervescence, and kind of like the bubbling, tingling nature of that there's something happening online that gets people excited, and not just for fun. I mean, getting excited about the topics that they're engaged with.
Well, it seems to me, again, from what we're hearing and seeing, is that the novelty of the technology gets people to sit up and pay attention differently and feel like there's a way to engage in the learning, not just be a recipient of content. So while some of the tweets, like you say, I'm going like, does that mean anything? That's not the measure. The measure is, how did that moment of engagement change the students or the learner's perception of what the professor was trying to do with them? And it'll be interesting to see when we get student feedback.
Yeah, it is. And some of the things that we've discussed, and I know has gone on too in the DELO discussion, is we know the students enjoy making memes, and they're fun. And that's like that effervescence part. And then the challenge, the skill, and actually I think the fun part is figuring out, how do we move that up a level to something that's meaningful? So
yeah.
A meme can be a one-time thing, but what do you do around it? Do students explain? Do they use one meme to be a response to another student's meme? Do they build something out that's more extensive?
Yeah, you had posted that in DELO, which, I think sometimes we think of the meme exercise as getting students engaged, and they publish it and they get some reaction, if nothing else, not feedback. But this idea that a meme can be a dialogue, and I think underneath that thing is moving from content to student to meaning making between students and the professor. And, when we heard last week, Gabby's students talked about that, it brought the learning to life, and they became active players in it. They weren't just passive. And I think all of us appreciate being engaged. So have you heard from Roger? I know we're tap dancing here a little bit. Wait, looking for Roger.
He sent me an emoji by mistake. I think he's still trying to get connected, which is good.
Okay.
Which is good. I think my friend Todd Conway is watching, so hi, Todd. And yes, I have been shaving just for fun. You can see how how we're reaching for material. Pretty soon we'll just be reading tweets from UdG Agora.
So I'll share a side story for just a moment. Is that I'm very involved with the Liberating Structures community, and the next Liberating Structures newsletter is going to have links to the stuff we've done with UdG Agora and Liberating Structures.
Wow.
Because they, are really interested, because in the past, the way that people have brought liberating structures to universities has been through like 2-day intensive just on liberating structure. And our approach is to weave that in with the technological piece, so that every technological piece, we're thinking in terms of human process as well. And people are really interested to know how the liberating structures uses have been in the retos. And so, and there's also been quite a bit of talk in the DELO about people using liberating structures. So I'd like to host a hangout with liberating structures later on, and maybe bring in one of my liberating structures friends. So
that would be fantastic. And it seems to be one of the things that was introduced that has resonated, meant a lot to a lot of the professors, and I probably because they try it and they can experience what the liberation is.
And quickly. So Todd just responded to you on Twitter, said at CogDog you can make a meme into big pictures that faculties and students can write on. And he put a link, and his idea that you're crossing the digital and the analog. And boy, I love that. And I love it because of the visual piece as well. But I think these are those kind of little parts of the practice that take everything up a level, as you talked about, how you weave those things together.
Yeah, I'm going to pull that up to see what I can do.
Can you screen share it?
Yeah. I'm waiting for his blog is a little slow. I'm just
Todd has
teasing.
a slow blog. I don't know if he's going to take that sitting down.
Todd's a good friend. He moved to the Seattle area. He's at the University of Washington, Bothell.
Todd, down the road.
Up the
I
road.
live just north of the main campus of the UW.
But yeah, he's done a lot of really interesting things. Yeah, here it is. Let me now pull over to my Hangouts. I'm going to share. So just a brief look at Todd's work here. And I think basically he does some things with this when I need to share sort of thing. And he has people actually write sort of their response to the meme on these posters. And so there's definitely something in that that sort of tangible form of expression that you know I'm sure you can get into. And so yeah, that's taking the memes out of the digital into the space. It's also always worth trying to examine is like, how do people respond? Like, because some people, they may not make the connection or understand the message. So, at the same time, the beauty of the meme is it's not always literal. It should take you from that response or image or reaction, and then your brain might click into gear to think about what that means to you.
Yeah. Can I just check something? The bit.ly link that you gave me, I'm getting a URL error that I've shared in the tweets.
Okay. You had a URL error. That's to watch the
that's the watch one.
It's not surprising that I would do.
So we're just checking that.
Yeah.
I didn't have my music hooked up, so I can't give us, listening music while he's checking the URL.
I will see. Just live. Hope this URL works. It just worked for me.
Okay. You're going to put it in the Slack, or where are you putting it in Twitter?
I'm the tweeting. Oh, well, here's the full URL without the bit.ly. This one definitely works. And get the UdG Agora on it.
And this is the ongoing challenge of technology. Okay.
Yes. Oh yes. And I forgot that I wanted to I set up a Google form survey again so we can try to collect all the tags that
the hashtags.
Okay,
so that link shows it as offline. Now it's live. Okay.
Interesting. Well, this shows me as live.
Yep, I can do it. Yeah.
Okay. Now we're up to 6 viewers, so that might have helped.
See, that might be good. Okay. Check this better URL for the.
It's tough to watch when somebody sends you the wrong link, and we do apologize. I had a chance to earlier in the week. I spoke to Ken Bauer's students at the Tech de Monterey. So they do this interesting thing where the first week before classes officially start, they run like a 1-week series of special seminars. So I think it's kind of like a chance for students to do something with their professors outside of the specific classes, but that will help them in their learning. And so Ken had an auditorium with about 40 students, and he had probably 5-6 hangouts during the week where he brought in colleagues to talk about digital identity, blogging, dealing with presence online. And he's got like 300 students doing blogging in this experience.
So again, I don't know if Ken's listening, but I wonder how much of that is that combination between Ken develops a rapport and a relationship with his students, so they want to take part in that. So it's not just the offering, it's his relationship-centric way of treating people. I mean, it's how he treats us. It's how he treats everybody.
It totally is.
Very generous and loving.
Yeah, and that was obvious. I could see the way he spoke to them, and they reacted. Um, there was a big auditorium, and there were students in the back I couldn't see, but he had students come up and ask questions, and there were four really attentive students in the front row, and we stayed on live on the Hangout after we turned off the live stream and had this great conversation. Um, we talked about, we did talk about blogging, but then I sort of asked some questions about, the perspective from Mexico on our current circus of elections right now. And, the way, we culturally have these impressions of each other, through the media that are a little bit distorted, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. So I see a note from Laura that she's joining Roger,
Okay.
but
I'm trying to figure out, I'll see if I can get him that link again.
I'm anxious.
Yes.
I'm ready. I'll take a sip of tea to calm myself down.
Roger, if you're listening, you need to not be watching the live link. I sent a different link in the direct message. That is one that will allow you to call in. That's not it.
I think it's great that Laura will be joining us too, because I've been watching some of the work that she's been doing with her tourism students around heritage foods from Mexico, and then she weaves in with her triad companion who's about architecture, and they're starting to be guests in each other's classes.
Right.
Even though their domains are different, they're related, and it's been very, very interesting to me because I love connections. And Alan is typing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the link. I'm sending it to Roger by his Gmail account too, and then I'll get it in the Twitter. We have had somebody was trying to call last week, and for some reason the link, there's a different link that you need to use, Roger, to come into the show. It's different from watching the show. Because Nancy and I are probably running that. No, we're not running out of material, Nancy. We've been doing this for years.
We could talk about this forever. So, have you been talking about, these things that they're doing in Guadalajara with other educational institutions? Because I know I have. I've been talking about UdG with other people, and people are very interested.
Yeah, I mean, I always like to talk about kind of the level of enthusiasm that we got in terms of like the interest and ethic that went on, but also, of course, the studio approach. And that's why I was almost late to the Hangout, because I was working on writing to our friend Brad Beach in Australia, who you've gotten to visit. And I'm going to be proposing to do some workshops in Australia.
Up.
That's a good sign. Hola.
I like that.
Oh, well, we see you.
We see you, Roger.
We do not hear you yet, but we're getting closer.
It's getting better all the time. Better.
Can you hear us? Check. Can we get an okay or a sound check? We're getting thumbs up from looks like some students in the back.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear any audio.
So check and see if you're muted, because sometimes when you come into the Hangout, it mutes you automatically.
We can't hear you. Hi, Laura. Check your microphone.
Okay.
They're making memes.
Micro.
No sound.
We will rock
Wave you. Check the if you mouse over the screen. Well, we can try to do this in pantomime.
Okay, I'm going to write on a piece of paper.
Okay, you can hear us. Yes. Can you hear us? Are you hearing us? Can you hear us? I'm not too sure they can hear us. They're just watching, I think.
Okay. Can you hear
We can't hear you.
us? We can't. I'm going to hold it up. Hear
This
you.
is like semaphore. Oh, hang on, Nancy. Let me. Something's going on.
Okay. Clicking. Checking.
Checking, clicking.
Roger's leaning over. He's pointing.
The students are crying. They're laughing. They're falling asleep. They think this is funny. It's okay. Everything will be okay. Hola, Puerto Vallarta.
No podemos oírles.
Have you sent a tweet?
I can see the waving.
Something's going on. Everything will work out. Probably.
Everything's okay. Yes, everything's fine. And I think it's gonna be well tonight.
Everybody's talking about Michigan rag.
So now your students are going to think we're entirely nuts. Locos. Nos.
I'm not even sure they can hear us.
No, yo pienso que ustedes no pueden oírnos. ¿Sí? Sí, se pueden oírnos, mas nos no podemos oír ustedes.
They could just be agreeing to everything.
Ask one of the students. They can usually figure it out.
Check. Hello?
Okay.
Rogers.
So, again, technology.
Yep.
Heaven, hell.
It always lets you down. But you know what? We are bigger than technology.
Oops, I'm going to try again.
Okay. Here comes the dude. We'll just keep...
The dude. They brought the dude.
The dude is here. The dudester.
I'm going to check Twitter. What are you saying there? Okay. Todd said you should be a sportscaster.
Oh, yeah, because I just started following my baseball team at the last game of the season, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, Seattle. You guys are in the wild card hunt, are you?
There's still hope. My mother's a big fan.
Yeah.
How's this for Kelling time? We're talking about baseball.
Baseball been very, very good to me. Baseball been very, very good to me.
So, to the students who are listening, once we get the audio figured out, we're going to want to hear. Oh, they left the call. They're going to try again. Yeah. That's a good plan.
And, you know, I probably, typically, you know, if we do these a little bit, when we have some lead time ahead of time, I try to get people online to do a practice.
Yeah. Okay. Trying again.
Check. Hello, Guadalajara.
Hola, Guadalajara. Buenos dias. He's going to use his phone. So, Roger, yo estoy usando mi teléfono porque también mi PC no está funcionando muy bien con Hangouts. Es mucho mejor con mi teléfono. No sé por qué.
What's he doing?
Can you read that?
No, it's blurry. I'm going to try another device or something.
Sí. Bueno intentar usar un teléfono.
Oh, yeah, it's a DM.
Es muy pequeño, mas pueden hacerlo.
It says, we can hear. This is a nightmare. It's not a nightmare.
No, no hay problema.
We're having fun. Get the students to write things on paper. They can
Yeah,
show
sí.
messages. Yeah.
Escribe. Escriben algo. Sí, estudiantes, yo quiero saber, o nos queremos saber, qué experiencia ustedes tienen con su profesor y con esas cosas nuevas. Bien, bueno.
And
Y yo hablo portuñol. Discúlpame.
I think they're trying another device. All right, I'm getting out my paper.
Okay, paper.
God, do I have any paper? What can I say, Nancy?
2.
Oh, this is terrible
Right.
paper. It has lines
Big.
on it.
Okay.
Oh. Getting a bigger pen.
Yeah, a big pen helps. Okay. Okay, I'm going to get some more paper because I just realized I was using the really expensive sketchbook. See, I'm going to use used paper. Big pen.
Who are you? Smiley. Who are you?
Up, we got the guy. We've got the guy here.
We got the guy. The dude's in the room.
The technology steward has arrived.
Hey, we got a different camera angle.
No, Todd, of course we didn't test this in advance. Why would we do that?
That's no fun. This is like live. This is like DS106 radio, Todd. We have a different camera angle.
Yep. Up now, someone's trying a different device. You guys like to wave.
Do, 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 do. Boop, 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 boop.
Yes, those are those crazy Americans. Heaven help us.
Maybe we better build a wall. Sorry.
No, 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 no.
I say that in complete mockery of our political system.
We need our neighbors to the south.
I need my tacos. I need my tacos lechosa.
So we're really looking forward to coming back in December, just to say.
Yes. Yes. Me
We're really
gusta-
looking forward to hearing you, too.
Me gusta Guadalajara. Guadalajara. Me gusta.
Okay, so here's a question for the students. Write big on a piece of paper your favorite taco stand.
Yes.
Give us your recommendations.
Best place.
I don't have.
Best place to get tacos.
Wait a minute. Okay, who's wearing the dark glasses? I can do that too.
Oh, now we're doing costumes. Now
Dia de los
it's
Muertos. You wear costumes. Let's see. What else do I have here at my desk? I used to have a
Best
mask, but I don't.
tacos.
Okay.
Where are the best tacos? We want to know where the tacos
En Guadalajara.
are. In
¿A dónde
Guadalajara.
están los tacos mejores en Guadalajara?
Sí. Never fails to do something with tacos. Let's see what's going on from here.
Okay.
We're going to try with another. Oh! Hey, hey!
Nos podemos subir.
Ah, bueno.
Can you hear us?
Sí, sí, sí.
Yeah, okay, okay. We're alive. See ya, for sure.
I told you
Gracias.
it always worked. Eventually.
Yep. Okay, okay. We're alive.
Estamos vivos.
I told you it always worked. Eventually. ¿Cuál es la que está grabando? Esa.
Okay. Now I think you have 2 mics open.
Sí. A ver, ¿hay otro abierto? ¿Cuál es la que está grabando? Ah, tenemos que
Oh, it's a feedback on the speaker.
you have two mics open.
It's lag.
Wow.
Oh, it's a feedback of the speaker. I think you have two mics open.
Wow. Maybe try muting your microphone. Oh! Feedback.
It's looping.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
Let's-
wondering if we could ask them to just start their own Hangout and record their impressions and upload it to YouTube.
Possibly. Possibly. This is a great lesson in technology, right, Nancy?
Absolutely. Okay.
And upload it to YouTube.
The sound is coming out of your speakers into your microphone. This is a great lesson in technology, right, Nancy? It's a little bit behind.
Okay. And upload it to YouTube.
The sound is coming out of your speakers into your microphone.
The sound is looping.
Great lesson in technology, right, Nancy? It's a little bit behind. I have an idea. Turn off your audio and just talk to us. The sound is coming out of your speakers into your microphone. Turn off your speaker and just talk. It's a little bit behind. I have an idea. Turn off your audio and just talk to us. Do not listen to us. Turn off your speaker and just talk.
Okay.
I have an idea. Turn off. So what do you, I mean, what this is the situation, you know, things will not go perfectly and it can be frustrating. And sometimes at a point you might just have to say, we're going to have to regroup and maybe try this again, or just keep trying a little bit. So we're willing.
I really want to hear what the students have to say. So
Yeah.
I think as a backup, we might ask them to just start their own Hangout, record their impressions.
But that would be the same thing if they could just turn off their sound, because they don't need to hear us.
Right. Just
And if-
talk amongst themselves and
Yeah.
we'll listen.
If they just had a conversation, let me try to DM him. Turn off the speaker and talk to us.
I'm writing too.
You do not need. We'll write on big pieces of paper.
Right. That's exactly what I was writing. But he's not online, so he's not going to see this.
But
You know, the live feed is hung too.
the live feed is hung.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Okay.
It means it's just doing the little twirly thing and not showing anything.
What about right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Now it's better?
Much better.
Finally. Okay, here we are. Everybody.
Hola.
Buenas tardes. Tacos.
Come on here. A lot of tacos over here.
They're in, I just realized they're in Puerto Vallarta, Nancy, not in Guadalajara.
Oh, even better. I wish I was in Puerto Vallarta. Yo quiero estar en Puerto Vallarta, por favor.
You are in Puerto Vallarta.
Entonces, nos queremos oír que ustedes están experimentando, no,
Experimentando.
experimentando y experiencing. What, you know, from the students, has something changed from how your professors are teaching?
¿Ha cambiado algo en su proceso de
A ver,
aprendizaje?
¿alguien que quiera hablar? Hablen. Hablen ahora.
Hablen.
Yeah. Basically, what we have improved in here is we start using the Twitter, and we start with the hashtag art concept, so that we can have the track of the works that everybody of the students have been doing. So at the end of the day, they doing memes, they doing GIF, and they are doing a video from their own projects. So you can track all the process. You can track all the process in the hashtag art concept. It's been a little bit hard because mostly all of the students didn't use the Twitter. So it's at the beginning it was like kind of hard, but now that they already use it, they understand, and they can. Now I think they are going to love it. So
do they think Twitter is an old person's tool?
Que si piensan que el Twitter es una herramienta de personas viejas o grandes.
Serias.
Pero bueno, serios.
¿Serious people? Sí, de gente seria.
¿Alguien que quiera hablar de la experiencia de lo que hemos hecho?
No todo, nada más uno.
Sí.
Dale. Vente aquí.
Ándale.
Siéntate yo.
Hola.
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 Seu nome? Seu nombre? Ok.
Diego.
Díganos.
Bueno, la experiencia de trabajar con Twitter ha sido muy buena. En este caso, porque tenemos un poquito más de libertad, ¿no? Y estamos en contacto entre nosotros para ver en diferentes puntos lo que el profesor quiere compartirnos, desde conceptos de arquitectura hasta lo que los compañeros mismos quieren enseñarnos, ¿no? Pero ha sido muy bueno desde los videos, ¿no? Porque aparte de ser de nuestros proyectos, explotamos la imaginación, ¿no? Hacemos usamos técnicas diferentes, ¿no? Para poder hacer la representación arquitectónica, más que nada.
What do you think when you know the rest of the world can see you as you work on Twitter? How do you feel about it? ¿Cómo se siente que el mundo entero pueden oír sus trabajos?
Bueno,
Pardon my
eso
portañol.
del hashtag art concept, Compo 7. En este caso es como podemos darnos a conocer, ¿no? Desde que sea un buen proyecto y los demás lo retuiteen, hasta que alguien un poquito más famoso, como es la profesora, lo retuitee, ¿no? Siempre y cuando sea un buen proyecto, claro, que sea interesante el contenido del tweet.
Pero ¿cómo te sientes tú al saber que tu trabajo lo pueden ver millones de personas? O sea, con un simple hecho de crear un hashtag y pueden ver tu trabajo aquí en la Ciudad de México. O sea, ¿qué piensas de eso? O sea, en el momento en que tú subes tu proyecto en un video y lo tuiteas y que está disponible a todo el mundo, o sea...
En inglés nos decimos working in public.
Que estás trabajando en público, ¿no?
Bueno, es bueno porque te hace sentir un poquito más sentido de la responsabilidad, ¿no? Desde no plagiar un proyecto, o desde no plagiarlo, hasta poder desarrollar bien las ideas, ¿no? Porque dices, esto no nada más va a ser por el profesor, sino que lo van a ver muchísimas personas. Y sobre todo intentar no darle gusto a la gente, sino hacer un buen trabajo con lo que tienes.
Go ahead, Alan.
I wonder if they have tweeted about something not related to class.
They have what?
¿Ustedes usan Twitter para otras cosas?
De repente. No.
De repente.
Es una herramienta que consideramos un poquito más seria. Y en este caso, pues, somos más, somos un poquito más fiesta, ¿no? O sea,
They said that they feel like Twitter is like a serious tool, and they are like more party guys. So
Twitter,
funny guys. So
no studio.
It can be,
so,
Yes.
but Donald Trump doesn't think so.
well, well, that's another topic.
So, Roger,
Yep.
your students, one of the things that I saw on the Twitter stream was these drawings of these buildings, you know, condos or vacation houses overlooking the sea. Was that this group?
Yep. Yes.
I want to live there.
Yes. Actually.
Yeah.
Me
gusta.
Me gusta os, sí.
You can hire one of these guys.
So
Yeah.
you're all graduate students in the School of Architecture?
No, they are from 7th semester. Still live there.
Undergraduate?
No. No. They are in 7th semester, so they're still missing 3 semester more to go out from the school.
So do you think the people who are going to be your clients, what if they saw your work now? Is that a good thing? You're building your public identity? I see Laura's getting the people to come from the back to the front.
I know. That's the way you work. Come on down.
Okay. Can you repeat the question, please?
Hola.
Hola. So yo quiero saber si ustedes piensan que sus clientes futuros pueden ver sus trabajos ahora y build, ¿cómo se dice? ¿Arrumar? No.
Construir.
Construir sus identidades de arquitecturos. Ahora, con Twitter, con ese working in public. Piensen sobre su identidade pública. Does that make any sense?
Kind of. Okay. It's like how they feel about their work to be public and everybody can see it.
No, but are they thinking about their future clients? Are they thinking about building their identity as an architect, as a profession, not just as a student?
¿Estás pensando en tus futuros clientes para que ellos puedan ver o cuando vean los trabajos que ya has subido, estás pensando ya a futuro con tus trabajos que estás haciendo o qué haces, qué piensas con lo que haces?
Pues estoy pensando en ir tomando un diseño apropiado para lo que quiero hacer en un futuro. Y así los clientes pueden saber de qué estoy hablando o qué tema estoy realizando en cuestión de diseño.
Sí, gracias. Yo pienso que cuando nos hacemos una identidad de nos profesiones, professions.
Es correcto.
Cuando está estudiando, no antes de formar, mas durante oh boy, my portañol is terrible today. Roger,
you can say,
okay, I'm going to say it in English.
Yeah.
When we think about building our professional identity while we're students, we're more likely to be able to move into the workforce as professionals. So this idea of really trying out and showing your work can be a way to build your own credibility and reputation as an architect even before you graduate. So that's, I think, a side benefit to this working in public or working out loud.
Okay, lo que Nancy le está comentando es que pueden crearse una identidad o pueden crearse un nombre en el mundo de la arquitectura desde ahorita que están estudiando. Al momento en que están tuiteando y que están subiendo sus trabajos y que los trabajos obviamente son públicos, que la mayoría de la gente los puede ver, o sea, ya se están creando una identidad, se están forjando un nombre para que ese nombre posteriormente, ya cuando ustedes salgan de la universidad, ustedes puedan decir, mira, yo ya tengo trabajo realizado, este es mi portafolio de trabajos, de proyectos que he realizado, ¿no? O sea, porque a fin de cuentas desde ahorita empiezan ustedes a formarse como arquitectos, no nada más ya que salen, o sea, para eso es esto, ¿no? Entonces, ¿qué piensas tú al respecto? O sea, ahorita que estás trabajando y que estás poniendo tus proyectos en Twitter y que todo el mundo lo puede ver, ¿estás pensando a futuro o nada más estás subiendo algo por subirlo porque es materia de clase?
It's like it's starting to build your portfolio.
Bueno.
Are you ready to be famoso? Arquitecto famoso, eh?
Bueno, por el momento estoy utilizando la red social para subir mis trabajos, pero no había visto de este punto de vista que puede ser utilizado sobre eso.
Es mucho importante porque solamente social no es suficiente para your reputation. It's important.
Sí.
Yo tengo más una pregunta. Entonces, cuando está usando Twitter o redes sociales, ¿qué value, benefit? ¿Cómo se dice benefit?
Beneficios.
Beneficios ustedes hacen cuando trabajando con each other? ¿Cómo se dice? I'm going to say it in English.
Sí,
So,
sí.
what kind of benefits or costs have you found in terms of how the social media helps you work together as students? What do you learn from each other? Not just from Roger, but what do you learn from each other this way?
¿Qué has aprendido? O sea, ¿qué beneficios ves el trabajar en Twitter y trabajar, digo, entre todos, ¿no? O sea, que tú puedes ver los trabajos de los demás y que ellos pueden ver tus trabajos. O sea, ¿crees que hay algún beneficio o no? ¿O qué es lo que...?
Creo que sí hay un beneficio porque estamos compartiendo la información en redes sociales, así que nuestra perspectiva de ver diseño crece. Entonces, tenemos más oportunidades de ver otras posibles soluciones en algún tema o algún
Sí,
diseño.
muy bueno. Tantos perspectivos y ideas.
Sí.
I understand. I just can't speak.
Okay, we got that. Alan, some other question to the students?
Oh, so many things. I know many students here worry about, is their work good enough to be in the public? Like, what if they make something and someone criticizes or thinks it's bad? Like, are they afraid of what people think of their work?
¿A ti te da miedo enseñar tus trabajos?
Por alguna parte sí me da miedo enseñar mis trabajos porque no tengo tanta la experiencia en diseñar, se podría decir, pero de alguna forma sería bueno porque estaríamos perdiendo el miedo a presentarse contra un cliente o algún posible necesidad de algunas personas o no sé.
So, Roger, you want to translate that for Alan? Because I think you'll do a better job than I will.
Thank you.
A ver, otra vez, sí, se me fue el rollo. Es que estaba escuchando tu respuesta, pero no estaba pensando en traducirla. Como él no
That's a
habla
problem. I have that problem too.
español. ¿Qué fue lo que dijiste?
A ver, otra vez.
Okay. He says that he kind of have a little of fear at the beginning because he doesn't know if his work is good enough to show or for that somebody else can see it. He says that he thinks he doesn't have right now the experience to do something else, but I think it's just a matter of self about something that you have inside. I mean, because I have seen that works are good enough. You already have seen it, and I mean the results are there, and everybody can see it, and it's good. I mean, we are step by step, but right now I think that the works, if somebody else see it and can have some feedback to us about their works, I think they have a good level and they can share to everybody what they are doing. I mean, it's right now that in my point of view, they are very young. They don't have the age that I have, but it's just a matter of trust in yourself.
And they can use that. They can say, I am a student. I am just learning. And yeah, that would be a way they could say, help me become a better architect.
See?
Because they, regardless of, people tend to think their work is small, but they have something to show, and that's why they're interested in architecture. And so they have something to offer. And I think Nancy and I just demonstrated, we messed up for 30 minutes.
I mean, as you can see and everybody can see, with the hashtag art concept, we don't keep anything. We just share. We share everything. We share the work so that everybody can see it. And I mean, they are in a point that in 1.5 years, they will be out of the college, of the university. So right now is the time so that everybody can see their projects, everybody can see their what they're doing, and can check. And I mean, you can track everything over there. So it's good.
Anybody else want to say something, or does Laura want to share what's happening in her classroom? I like hearing from the students.
Dani.
They're not shy. I like this.
Hello.
Hola.
Hola. ¿Cómo se
Me llamo
llama?
Daniel. Daniel.
Daniel. Alan. Me llamo Alan.
Mucho gusto.
Sí.
Platícanos un poquito de tu experiencia. O sea, desde cómo empezamos, cómo ha sido el uso a lo mejor de una tableta, el uso de las aplicaciones como memes, como GIF, como videos. ¿Qué piensas al respecto? I'm asking him to tell us about the use about the tablet, how he started, because he's one of the guys that has been using Paper 53 and using memes and using 5 seconds GIF. So I'm trying to tell him to explain to us how did he feel about it and how was the beginning of all this process that we have been doing.
Okay. Well, my English is so bad as the. So I speak in Spanish.
Qué bueno.
Your English is better than my Spanish.
Hablamos en inglés, lo que puedas.
Well, from the beginning, I think that, I'm a little nervous. Sorry.
Yep.
Desde el principio, yo utilizaba el iPad solamente como algo para jugar.
Sí, yo entiendo. You thought of it as a plaything. The iPad is a plaything. A toy.
Pero ahora, gracias al profesor Roger, me interesé más por comenzar a utilizar nuevas aplicaciones como el Paper 53. Solo que.
So I'll just tell Alan I'll just translate a little bit. So thanks to Professor Roger, you're now seeing the other ways to use the iPad, such as applications with Paper by 53. Keep going.
Y entonces comenzamos haciendo el proceso de diseño desde el iPad, pero también usamos papel. Entonces es una combinación, ¿no?
It's a combination of electronic and paper. Yeah.
Claro. Y es un poco difícil al principio.
It's hard at first.
Ajá, acostumbrarte.
Yeah, I found the same thing with Paper by 53. There was this sort of moment.
Did you draw before on paper?
Yeah.
I don't have a pen. I'm used only my finger.
Yeah.
See, but
and it's a little
Yeah.
difficult for me.
before the iPad, you draw.
On paper. Yeah, he said he did.
Okay.
Do you use a stylus at all?
No,
Just a,
I don't
so
have.
you might want to try comparing your finger with a stylus. Some people do better with a finger. Some people do better with a stylus. And then if you ever can afford to use a pencil by 53, that's really great. You can do different things. But from the technical design, pencil doesn't add a lot. From the kind of artistic thing, pencil adds more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And a big improvement they changed is you can zoom in.
So
Since it first came out.
Yeah. So, continuarse.
See, tell us.
Diga.
Dilo.
¿Qué más les digo?
¿qué más? Pues, ¿cómo ha sido la experiencia? Digo, aparte de las aplicaciones que hemos utilizado, el que tú hayas hecho o editado un video al final del proyecto y que ese video lo hayas subido a YouTube y que hayas estado, digo, y que el público tenga acceso a ese video, pues, o sea, ¿cómo te sientes al respecto?
Bueno,
¿Crees que sea una buena experiencia o no?
Sí, para mí es importante, bueno, se me hizo muy interesante el compartir todo tipo de trabajos, no solamente de arquitectura, sino también de dibujo, de memes, y todo eso, o sea, para mí es un todo, ¿no? No solamente arquitectura.
You're using it for everything.
Sí.
So do you think it helps you be more engaged and be a better student?
Sí, sí, te ayuda mucho. Te abre las puertas a diferentes lugares, ¿no?
Are you teaching other students how to draw?
¿Les enseño?
Sí, ¿te lo estás enseñando?
I'm trying.
Bueno.
Tengo unos cuantos alumnos por ahí atrás.
We'll see what they have to say. Okay.
Ask your professor to send me your Twitter name so I can watch your drawings.
Okay. Yeah.
And the hashtag's useful too. I've watched you through the hashtag.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's bring another one.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Gracias. Muchas gracias.
Hasta luego.
Maisuna, we're getting close to being on an hour overall, and so I don't want our hangout to be too long.
Yeah.
We could cut out the front of it.
Yeah, we started half an hour late. I could edit that out.
Okay.
We just have just 2 female students in my classroom, so we are going to share the experience of one of them.
Bueno.
Excelente. Woman power.
Fantástico. Hola.
Hola. ¿Cómo se llama?
Hi, my name is Violet.
Violet.
Good to meet you, Violet.
My experience, it was at the same with my partner. To have a video in YouTube of my project, it was kind of difficult because I don't think my project, it was too completed, and that everybody's going to see, it's yeah,
it's different.
Yeah, and it made me have a better project in the next time. And this whole application in the iPad for design, it's the future. Yeah. So we need to learn about this because we are the future in the projects. We need to learn these applications to have a better, a better project completed. And I like it.
Do you feel what you do electronically is different or the same when you do it on paper? Does anything change in how you think or perceive?
Well, it's not a change, but it's most
Easy
it's more easy mm,
to do
to
it.
project, to see the project in 3D.
Okay, sí, yo entiendo.
You can,
Of course, you're speaking in English. Of course,
Yeah.
yo entiendo.
please answer in Spanish if better.
Sí, se pueden hablar en español y lentamente.
Mejor.
Mas-
Well, that's my opinion. It's all.
Muchas gracias. Muchas
Muchas
gracias.
gracias, Violet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Laura, do you have anything to say?
Ah, yes.
Pásale.
Laura?
Sí.
She's been
Sí.
so quiet.
I'm taking pictures. Hello.
Hola,
Hola.
Laura. Laura es mi hermana de chocolate.
Yes, we're Choco Sisters.
Choco sisters. Sí, señor.
Hi, well, I'm so happy working with my students, but they are working very slow, step by step. In my implementation plan,
Mhm.
I figured the beginning of the work in the 4th week, because at the beginning there is something like resistance
Sí.
to work in Twitter. I
Mhm.
understand that they have the same feeling, so I have to be patient with
Mhm.
them,
Patience.
and we are working step by step. For example, this afternoon we're going to have a class especially with Twitter in the comp lab, in the
Mhm.
computers lab,
Uh-huh.
and until today they are been uploading all the first assignments in Twitter. I mean, from now on of the semester they will continue working
on it.
harder.
Uh-huh.
Now they are slowly
Mhm.
but I did an exercise, special something like a survey. It's not a survey, but they wrote about how they feel with the Twitter, and they wrote their feelings, and it's very good to know that, because at the end of the semester I would do the same to compare. And well, I'm happy working with them. I
Good.
have
So,
different groups.
you know, thinking about the students sitting behind you, Roger's students and your students, so anybody might answer this, but what is that moment when someone goes from like, this is weird, I don't want to tweet this, to, this is interesting. What happens at that moment?
When they tell me that, I can understand, and I try to empathize with them. I mean, I understand that feeling. If they say, hey, teacher, I don't want to use Twitter. Okay, don't worry. You're going to use it step by step. If I can help you individually, I can do it. And they feel better, they feel more comfortable. So I love to work with each one, because I can do a group class and they have different questions, but I can answer all the questions at the same time. But if I work individually with them, if we are, ¿cómo se dice? Avanzando, we can
Advance.
continue better. Yeah, and they write me by email or by Facebook or by Twitter, and I can resolve the doubts. So
You could
I
send these
have-
guys over to teach them too.
I was working with them the last week, and I was working with the biologists too. So I am following them too, because I love to understand how tourism works in different disciplines. As a professor in tourism, I can understand the tourism activity without the architecture or biology, for example.
I like how your triad has brought things together. That's really,
Yes,
really awesome.
And we want to work at the end of the semester in a special activity for all the students. I mean, for the 3 careers. Aquí está Luis.
Do you, I would think it helps your students to hear from people outside their class when they have a conversation, because they can talk to each other all the time. So, you know, if there are ways we can help your students connect with other people, to me, that's when Twitter makes a jump, when students realize that they can communicate with people that they don't know who might be interested.
Yeah. Just looking to see if we have any questions in Twitter.
Oh,
Twitter.
nothing.
Speaking of which. Okay.
Questions of the rest of the Agora, of our colleagues?
And you have a lot of time. You know, there's some professors may worry about getting their projects going. So the fact that your students are just warming up to Twitter, there's lots of time.
See, you guys are tweeting. I'm just retweeting your tweets.
Thank you.
Hey, look here, look there. I was telling Alan, I have my cell phone taped on top of my computer monitor because I'm having some audio problems on my computer monitor. So I'm looking from the cell phone to the monitor. It's pretty funny looking.
Now we are in both.
You know, that's,
so this is fine.
yeah, so you have to improvise a lot. So let's see.
Now ask to Luis.
Luis, I didn't know you were there.
Hola. I saw him on Twitter.
El More.
El More is here.
Lucho. Okay. Tell us, what are you up to?
Yeah.
Well,
How are the animals? How are the turtles?
doing great. We are at the middle of the season, of the nesting season. We have good results of protection sea turtles. I had a different point of view. What I'm using is the Twitter, but what I have done is to provoke on my students a deep analysis of the questions. You know, not just the topic. The analysis going very deep. So now they ask my questions.
Good.
So, and with the Twitter, they use a resume. I don't know how to say, like an abstract.
Mm-hmm.
If they read an article, they have to write just one letter, and from the letter, they have to do a meme or animoto or whatever. So they are doing a great job.
And that's hard.
Very hard. And I think I'm creating the monsters.
So you know, the three of you really, you know, I've watched you on Delo. For the students, that's where we talk about, you know, between the professors, what's going on. You guys are looking very creatively across your three disciplines, but you're also doing a very thoughtful analysis of what you see your students doing. And I'm wondering, how does that change you as professors?
I'm learning. I am trying to do my best with them at the same level. I mean, I don't think that the education is as a line, it's circle for me. And something important, Nancy, you are in my class daily because I remember you a lot in class, and I like to talk with them about the process they are doing. I mean, if I prepare an assignment, I explain what to do, why, and why I'm doing that, and what I want they let me know. I mean, feedback. I need.
You're bringing them into your teaching process, and they're bringing you into their learning process.
This is something new for me and something that I am trying to do naturally, and I want to do it in the rest of my career as a professor. So that's
beautiful.
Yeah, it is
lindo.
Yeah. And there's another point, very important point. I'm working with the TIC, with the technology, but at the same time we are working with different science. You know, I'm including
the socials, architectural, tourism, anthropology, social aspects.
Transversal.
Transversal.
The whole system.
Yeah,
That's what
because
education is.
in the original idea of the biology is that the effects on biodiversity comes. Or we have to do the strategy to protect the sea turtles, like example, going to the beach and recover the nest, bury them and release them. Now we know, well, we know from a long time ago, but now we're doing in our class that the social, economical, political, urbanistic, architectural aspects, they really impact on the decisions to the protection of any natural resource.
Yeah, so you think about the design of a seaside condo in a completely different way, and you think about inviting people to come experience that from outside in a completely different way, because you're seeing the whole ecosystem, eh?
Yeah.
Ecosystem.
Yeah, that's and that's what we need, because we're facing complex problems, and if we keep
Exactly.
everything separate, we're going to keep having worse problems. That's my opinion.
Okay. Well, the TICS is helping us with that.
Good. Bueno, muy bueno.
Something I'd like to add, Nancy, is about my classes as a tutor, because I am a tutor of first and second semester in the career. And the tutor work is something that you have to do besides the program or the academic program of the students. I mean, I have to help them to know more about their profession and their career, but not exactly about a topic or about a subject. So I am adding all this learning process with them, and it's very nice for me, because people or students who are not part of my tutor program are asking me things. Or they request me, yesterday, for example, they request me a special class with them, a tutor class. And I was surprised, because I say, what's your semester? Or do I know you? So they are new for me. And they say, can you please go to our group, our classroom? Yes, of course. Because we saw that you were working with the other group. Oh my, okay. Yes,
Something's
sure.
working.
Yes, and I have evidences about that. I did the MATI, I took pictures, we talked, and at the end of the exercise, they wrote something that was a very big surprise for me, and I am keeping that too. So I'm working in different areas. Yeah.
What do professors at your university who are not part of this project, are they asking you questions? Are they looking at you strangely? Are they saying, I wish I did that?
No. We are working with them, and we have the commitment. Well, at least I have the commitment to share this diploma at the end of the diploma, in January probably. We're planning to prepare a course with the rest of my colleagues.
Fantastic.
And I want to invite Luis and Roger too, of course. And I'm doing, well, I'm trying to do my best in order to share.
You're the super triad.
Yeah, the super triad, that's super.
Triada Costa, yes. Thank you.
So I don't want to bore your students behind you. Are they like getting like tired of hearing us talk?
They're on Twitter. Yeah.
Tweet that, baby. Tweet that.
Que tuiten, muchachos. Tuiten. And something else, just finishing. I work in the special adults university. The University of Guadalajara has a special program for the adults, pero ¿cómo se dice de la tercera edad? For seniors?
Seniors, us old people?
Yes, old people.
Yeah.
They are 60 and more. And I have a special class for them. The name is Tourism and Travels. And I am introducing the same tools for them with them, and it's amazing. The response of them is amazing.
Social media is not just for the millennials. Us old folks can use them too.
Yes.
Come to the Grand Canyon. It's right over there.
No, no, we have to go.
Okay, so any last words?
¿Algunas palabras más? ¿Alguien
Bravo.
quiere decir? No?
¿Alguien que
I
quiera
just
decir
want to
algo?
say thank you.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias a todos ustedes para compartir con nosotros.
Tacos.
Something that I want to share is that in some classes, like the one that Laura was with us, showing how to use Twitter, we did that in Periscope. So we are keep going. I mean, now that we are in, we need to find more and more and more so that we keep going. And I think this is something that is just an open door, and that we want to get in of it. So I mean, this experience is great, and you have to reply this with a lot of professors, because I mean, we are just three in a university that has, I don't know,
5,000
professors.
students.
So students. So I mean, this is something that we need to share, and we need to connect with somebody else, with the other people, and keep going. It's a great job.
This is the question to ask the institution. Yes.
Yes, we can.
We'll tell Sandra.
Más agora.
Yeah.
Okay. Muchísimas gracias para todos.
Au revoir.
Sí.
Arrivederci, Roma. Muchas gracias y aprenden bien.
What she said.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Y
you so much.
paz.
Thank you for persisting too, Roger. I know it can be challenging, and so it
Yeah.
was so worth it to be able to hear you and see you.
Thank you. It was a nightmare at the beginning. We didn't have it, everything ready, but I hope
We'll edit that part out.
if there's a next time, we'll be prepared, more prepared.
Good. It's good.
Share what you learned, how to fix it too.
Yeah. Yes.
Sí.
Yes.
Because, okay, muy bueno. Muchas gracias a todos.
Gracias, gracias, Choco Sister.
Gracias,
Okay.
Choco Sister. Hermana Chocolata.
Gracias, Alan.
Gracias.
Ciao, ciao.
I'm having the last word because I get to stop the broadcast right now.